Is it working? Hi. Alright, it's working. So, hey, what's going on, everybody? I am India, and I am on the way to the gym right now. That's why I'm looking like this, because I'm like, okay, I need to get out and get to the gym, because I be trying to go like right when I put my 5-year-old on the bus. Then my plans be to just hop in my car and go to the gym, but they don't be working out like that all the time. This morning, the kitten playpen was like a mess, and I did not clean it right away. Wait, when did I clean it? Actually, no, wait, I did clean it before I got my 5-year-old on the bus, so I can't even use that as an excuse. The whole thing is, Sister Vince, oh, you know what happened? I didn't do my meditation when I first woke up this morning, and so when I put my 5-year-old on the bus, I wound up doing my meditation afterwards, so that I get that done before I leave out, because I needed to sit myself down and have some quiet, alone time with God to meditate on a couple words or so. So that is what I did, but it's not too late. It's not 40. I'm going to the gym. I'm not going to be there long. I'll probably just be there like 30, 45 minutes. 30, 35, 45, 41. I don't know if that's the word, but I was watching I wasn't watching, it was on TV the other day while I was like doing some work, and it was like on mute, but that part came when I had to rewind it and listen to it. 35, 41, 35, 40. That's a funny show. I don't remember the whole movie, but all about the Benjamins, but I don't remember his name. It's a super old movie with Ice Cube and dang, what is his name? That'd be funny. I don't remember. But that's when they won the lottery. When the guy won the lottery and Ice Cube was the bounty hunter. Then they wound up hooking up together to try to find a lottery ticket or something. I don't remember the whole thing because I didn't watch it. Like I said, that was the only part I wound up looking up to see. And I had to rewind it to see that part. Okay, anyhow. So, what I want to talk about. So I was thinking, right, because you know how you praying on something and you're like, God, what is the deal? What is going on? So I feel like the Holy Spirit was telling me this information, because I'm thinking like, you know how you're waiting on something and you're waiting for it to come and everything, and at the same time, you know, you got to keep your faith. You got to stay persistent with your faith, consistent with your faith, you know, believing that God going to do what he said he going to do. Because I was reading, I can't quote like scriptures like that and everything, but I'm trying to remember the scripture that I read and everything, but you know the scripture talking about being lukewarm. When you ask God for something, you ask with belief, with knowing that what you asked him for, that he is going to bless you with. And so he was talking about the lukewarm man. When you're lukewarm, you get nothing. Like when you go back and forth, like, oh yeah, I think I want it. Oh, I think I want this. And like basically, you don't know. You really don't know what you want, and you really don't believe that what you ask for, you get. So you change it up like 20 million times and stuff. Which I found that that's what I be having an issue with sometimes, with like quote unquote big stuff. And it's not even necessarily that it's big, because at the end of the day, you know, we know that for God, it's nothing too big. Too big. So the things that we consider quote unquote a big request, it's not a big request, but it's big for us because our faith our faith hasn't reached that limit, that level yet. And so, like when I'm asking for certain things, like I know, like this particular thing that I'm asking for and everything, I believe that I get it, but then it's like, okay, you really don't believe because you keep on changing it up, or besides the fact of whether or not you believe, like, okay, so you believe you can have it, but you still keep changing up because you don't really know what you want or what you need, or you know. So for instance, like when we ask for money or something, sometimes we'll ask for money and then we'll switch it up, and it's not that we don't believe we can have that amount. We may ask for a larger amount, but then you're like, oh no, I want this amount. No, if I get this amount good. And there's a combination of just freaking being confused and not knowing what you want, and two, not having belief. Because sometimes we'll say an amount and then we'll change it and make it smaller, and then we'll change lukewarm, get it together. What the heck do you want? And so I was thinking about that, and I'm like, okay, so I had to sit down and clarify some things that I've been praying about, and I'm like, okay, God, help me, give me clarity, give me wisdom for the things that I'm asking about, so that I can stand firm on faith and confidence for what I'm asking for. And then on the meantime, I'm like, okay, so this is what I desire, based on me actually writing out my plan and everything. This is what I desire. This is what I'm asking for. So then it's like, okay, so this is what I'm asking for. What can I be doing? What I be doing to make sure that I'm not constantly thinking about this thing that I'm asking for, and actually to live in the end of receiving this item? Because I am big on law of attraction and manifestation and things like that. And at the end of the day, it all goes hand in hand, because God created law of attraction and manifestation and things like that. So if you look into law of attraction and stuff, you can look into and see that like one of the methods of manifesting things is living in the end. And in all actuality, that is a method that God provided, because he talks about in his word, he has scriptures based on acting as if we received it. Basically when we ask for something, believe that we received it, and at that point you're supposed to be just thanking God, being grateful. And again, I don't have like all the scriptures or anything like that. I might put the scriptures below, but he talks about being thankful, being grateful, not growing weary while doing good, like while waiting for your blessing and everything. You're acting as if so that is a law of God's law. So I'm like, okay, so what, for me, I was thinking about, so what can I be doing in this season right now while I'm waiting for the things that I am believing that I'm receiving? I'm like, okay, this is mine already. And also working along the lines of my affirmations and stuff. And so for one, I was reminding myself while writing down my affirmations of, instead of saying it's coming, that is one way of making sure that I am reminding myself that this is coming and stuff. But I also like to say it's here, because when I was thinking about the request and everything, I'm like, okay, God is not a God of time, you know what I mean? We have time and stuff. So if I say it's coming, for me, I feel like that's saying it's just always coming. But if I say that it's here, I'm like, that means it's here because it's in progress, it's getting to me, it's here today, in a sense of what God considers today, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but to you guys, I'm probably not explaining correctly in terms of the way I'm thinking about it in my head. And so for me, I'm like, I'd rather say it's here because of the simple fact that I've already asked God for it, and he said to believe that you're gonna receive it and it's yours, so it is mine. So now it's just working its way to me through the process and stuff. And so I look at it in the fact that I'm like, it's here, thank you for this and everything. And so that's like saying, for instance, say you worked a whole week and stuff, you want to get it paid on Friday and everything. And so when Friday come, depending on like how you getting paid, for instance, like when I was working at one of my jobs, they were sending out checks at first, and it was like payday is here. The check is not here yet, but payday is here. Like, it's here, payday is here. And I knew my check was on the way that day. And the check came that day, later that day. It didn't come first thing in the morning, nothing like that, but it came that day. So I'm like, yes, payday is here, payday is here, payday is here. So, like, I knew it was there. I didn't have any doubts that payday was there. It was payday. So that means I'm getting paid. You know what I mean? Like, even if it came the next day, which I knew, like before, it has come like the next day before. It was still like payday was. It didn't change the fact that payday was still on Friday. Payday still was here. You know. So hopefully that makes sense and everything. But my whole point is, I'm like, okay, so what are some things to be doing to be waiting well? Because I was like, I don't want to be sitting around in wildly faith and everything. So the Holy Spirit like, be ready, getting ready, because at the same time I'm like, okay, I'm ready, because sometimes we speak things and say that we are not ready for something. Like, I'm not ready yet, but I'm getting ready and stuff. But at the same time, our words are power and stuff. So if we keep on saying that we're not ready for something, then we're just like never ready. And so I like to be like, I'm ready. And what I found happens when I say, I am so ready for this. Thank you, God, for this and everything I'm speaking. And like, no matter what I'm doing, I could be doing dishes, cleaning up, sitting down, watching TV, playing with my kids, or whatever in my mind or something like that. I'll be like, I'm ready. I'm so grateful for this and everything. And what I find happens is that as you speak that you're ready for something, the Holy Spirit, for me, the Holy Spirit actually starts bringing into your mind things that you can actually do that allows you to become, quote unquote, closer to becoming ready. So you're saying you're ready, and by you saying you're ready, and then that is triggering things that you can work on and do that just makes you more ready. And so I felt that it actually works to be like, I'm ready. And you can be like, I'm ready for this, and then you can ask for wisdom, like, what's something. So for instance, if you're saying you're ready for something, because you might feel like, if I'm saying I'm ready for it though, why am I asking for something that I can do to make me even more ready? Something, because it's always something that you could do to improve on something. So just because you're asking for wisdom on something that you could be working on at that time, it doesn't mean that you're not ready. It just means that you're ready, but you're just adding to it. I mean, you know, you're just constantly improving everything, making things better. Because at the same time, when I'm saying I'm ready and everything, because at the same time, I don't want to make it like I'm waiting for me to quote unquote be ready for me to receive this thing. So for instance, say you're asking for a car, and you I try to manifest the car and everything, and you're like, okay, God, I'm believing for this car and everything, and it's a gap between here and there, and it's like, okay, so I'm believing for this car, what can I do? And you're like, I'm ready for this car, I'm ready. Now, one thing is, you have to start believing that I'm ready. When you believe that you're ready, and the reason, and you might be like, but I'm not ready, I don't have the money, I don't have this, I don't have that, and nothing like that. But if you're praying to God and asking Him to bless you with a car, and to manifest the car, and then you believe for Him to provide with His resources out of His riches and glory, not from your resources. So you can be like, so in the meantime, you're asking God for something, believing in God for something. What do you do when you really believe that you're gonna get something? You prepare. If somebody said, if your mother be like, all right, we about to get you a car on Friday and everything, so be ready and stuff. What you gonna do? You gonna be online looking up the car you want, looking at the features you want, looking at the color you want, you gonna be looking, you gonna be preparing, you gonna be prepping, you gonna be writing down notes, you gonna be writing down, you probably write down how much it costs and all that stuff and everything. You prepping, you preparing and stuff. So that is what you do when you're waiting on God for something. You start to get ready, you prepare, you act as if this is happening, because it is happening. But if you're like, well, nothing happened yet, so I'm just gonna wait to see and everything. Okay, say if something happened and they're like, okay, let's go to the car dealership. Your mom or somebody like, let's go to the car dealership and see what's going on. You ain't even ready. You don't know what you want. You don't know the color you want. You don't know nothing. And let me tell you, from experience being younger, I'm the youngest, and my sister is me and my sister and everything. We used to always go when our parents used to take us to the store and everything. she used to always walk out with something. Like, even when we wasn't even supposed to be getting anything, she used to walk out with something, because she always knew like what she wanted for the most part. I didn't know. And so a lot of times I would walk out of the store with nothing, because I didn't know what I want. We didn't have all day to be just like walking around the store trying to figure out what I wanted. And so you gotta have an idea to know what you want. So when you go somewhere, when God is ready to bless you, you're like, oh my goodness, thank you, Lord, it's so amazing and everything, I want that. So it's like just preparing out of faith. I feel like I'm all over the place, because I ain't really plan on talking about this and everything, but I don't know. It's just what I'm thinking about the situation. So it's just about being ready for what you believe in God to bless you with. If you say that it's like doing the best that you can and believing that God will fill the gap. It's not about thinking that you have to be perfect, you have to get it all, you have to get it right and everything, because God is glorified in our shortness and stuff. And that doesn't mean to not try your best. That doesn't mean to not try to do something. It just means to do what you can wholeheartedly, knowing that God is with you and that He got you, and that when He's ready, when it's time, and then He'll do what you got. So for instance, again, like if you're waiting, I'm using the car example because I'm driving and I don't know how to see cars. So for instance, if you're waiting, you're trying to get a car, you're asking God for a car, you believe in God to bless you with a car and stuff, and then one of the things that you may do, like, well, let me see if I can save some money for the down payment. But this is my point of view from the situation. It's not for you to be like stressed out. If you're not able to save for the car, and you're just not able to save for the car, meaning, you're just not able to. If you don't have the money, you don't have a job or something like that, and don't even, with people like, if you don't have a job, how you gonna get a car? God be working it out. But like if you just don't have the access money to save for a car, and then that's just what it is, and you just know God knows where you at. He knows where you are. He meets you where you are and everything. So it's not about stressing and like, I gotta get this done, I gotta do this, I gotta do it, I gotta do this. No, it's like, God, help me to do the best that I can do with what I have, trusting and believing that wherever I fall short, you will fill that need. You may save money for something and God be like, okay, good job, I don't need your money though. But it's just you being faithful with what you have on your plate and believing and keep saying,